ပါပြီဒီမှာတော့စသွားပြီတော့
chain it going beyond, chain it going beyond and beyond. Lamp baby no say chan let chan in I me so beyond. Balloon I'm landing beyond. Nothing's out of bonnie, chain my echo on and beyond. Nothing me man, I didn't green machine I know.
But don't say go ne, but don't mean say yeah. Minute she test chaining we come and be. We won't let my yan in me. As only that kakami, you man not a jamati. Mignon chimney, mignon delay, yeah. Yet it talk on a booby. So singing out with the matter low key. We knock charm crane, darling, have a cat. It's gonna get a cat. My mentor, she a lucky. My beta be the go long. Gave on a messing back and his own long. Boom, and she already made go no. No, how do you need a lyrical so?
You might such a put the chain it going beyond, chain it going beyond and beyond. Lamp probably don't say chan let chan in I me so beyond. Balloon I'm landing beyond. Nothing's out of bonnie, chain my echo on and beyond. Nothing me man, I didn't green machine I know.
Something that we yo, Guamchi Nario, Gama, Nachin Yaripo, Ninjani Rarisho. Don't go for in shot, Nimuni Radimpio. Look out and Jay Warong Ali Lunepo. Champagne, Scary Champ, running out better. To a better, chilling up, yeah. Luam lesson to my Dutch and it, you're a Sam, yeah. I had done it, Luba Butler, yeah. I need one time of freestyle, baby, I'm a keep guy. Change it, go sheet, 9 lonely, I'm tea. Line in the shape of Moti, Kai, to Taram Chet, night, my little tea, like that. Maybe you'll G, like
you might such a put the chain it going beyond, chain it going beyond and beyond. Lamp probably don't say chan let chan in I me so beyond. Balloon I'm landing beyond. Nothing's out of bonnie, chain my echo on and beyond. Nothing me man, I didn't green machine I know.
Wow. Yeah, how do you like Abby? Great winner.
Yeah.
La de bu, pues la de du.
Minches I got like a mother trees a clone. Trust is me and I'm scared to be alone. Stress money burning, I'm a gym and coding on. Applying me, I'll love you, save me for stone. If anyone, yes, you never see what's been on us. He got him shit and we're lifetime, he have been on that. Meaning a dress, it's all pure and you so innocent. I'm only open my arm and out till I'm in the if I was the team, I'm gonna protect you. I be my big on baby, check on my blue apple. Say you send in the love you cause I did my chain I tattoo. You know that I'm in love with you. I said if you don't want to of shit. I think all that I had a little man take your young I'm in and need a car. I'm on a maybe I go to me more than link up to your life. Maybe you never disappoint me, I'll seem just to give up. They won't be now, hold it and shit, I think I do your time. Bitches I never like a mother trees a clone. Trust is me and I'm scared to be alone. Stress money burning, I'm a gym and coding on. Applying me, I'll love you, save me for stone. If anyone, yes, you never see what's been on us. He got him shit and we're lifetime, he have been on that. Meaning a dress, it's all pure and you so innocent. I'm only open my arm and it down, pure and you so innocent. I'm only who pay my army, no tell me lean, no dread. Yeah, lean. My boy, we love me. Me don't so retain. Shula lila tau pa tin, they call up the Lisa, the queen. I'm always be a saint for you. You got that power on me, I'm in love with you. Even though I'm a sinner, you show me lovely attitude. Sometimes I got emotions, don't know what to do. I can't get it trapped, the lifestyle got me stressing. You were too busy, and I'm gonna lie and be in that shit. Don't you know that do this shop about it, boy, a lesson. I'm so blessed with your LOVE and that fashion. That's something. I try them see the pressure, shot dribble, cut the treasure. You're so fucking special. I feel like I'm running out of time, but I still got some time to make you smile. Minches I never like your mother trees are close. Trust me, she I'm scared to be alone. Sense money drowning, I'm a gym, you're coded on. I worry me, I'll love you, see me for stone. If anybody else, you never see what's been on us. He gon' repeat that we're lifetime, he have been on that. Me, they just it, jump pure, and you so innocent. I'm only who pay my army, no tell I'm a little dread. If anybody else, you never see what's been on us. Hit that we're lifetime, he have been on that. Me, they just it, jump pure, and you so innocent. I'm only who pay my army, no tell I'm a little dread.
Clear phone, but that's all.
Children at the end of the year. Can I give me she or is our way? A changing and showing niggas again.
You learning, I'm chill like time. I'm feel long, I'm a light night. Some years when you get me, I'm a fight. Hands on up young, yeah, but in my mind. Maybe we can find a way. Memories of 1,000 days. Pian ten telling me, and I don't your needs way. Now we are in different ways. I'm in the coolest way, so mama she doing I don't know how you chicken way. Yeah, chimney do got show. The get chimney do got show. Your sachi daddy show. Ganga the boss at the coolo. Yeah, chimney do got show. The get chimney do got show. Your sachi daddy show. Ganga the boss at the coolo. They chicken out the minkle the yacht got me giant tat on my yacht and chowder. It hit my gap on the she chinny gunga gama, being a gunga lenchi look gamla, baby girl. Your cheek and nail out. Now go them at on load to the page out. Then yours in your kitchen so the machine over. Eddie's got connect with it, mean I go back out. Now chinny then I know that go name him in the neck when I yes, and I need those that did.
You guys ready? Let's fucking go, man.
Yeah. Cooking my rest so I'm glad to call scale on it. Go on my face, I like time, me and so about it. New the thick, new and ring a touch on me. Me and skip low, she let the call on it. Keep it old. Damn you, I'm trying to. Near my poker, oh, tell a dog, yeah. Near my dog, rubber so the south, all out there. Look at my Charlie, pin me out and Joey, pure on me. Young with soul, get your sins out, chin. Beat on my mango, look, join them, check your who playing down the yellow, oh man. I love my friend, oh, chin a lot, but chin in the leave it. The man I saw yet the most I lead that shit. Minutes lean in it. Power dream led, I'm alone and lead it. South shit, feel. Cool south and cool and deep. Minute them I go, love you up a new way beast. Need I would love a long key, and a cool way she man. Yeah, no it's Sam County. My over ambition, heavyweight, Canamari. Minute mainstream, but send it yan yanny. Hala, leave it out, Yo,
Mr. Luther.
I do yeah, name, but when that racky down.
တို့ခန်းထဲမှာညာကမနဲ့တိကြတက်ခရစ်တွေလည်းဆက်ပြီးခီးနေသွားတဲ့မျိုးပဲဗီဇအင်ဒီကဆက်တီပါစကားတွေနားမချိုင်မှန်ပြီးသားနေလို့မရတာမြင်နေရတဲ့မျက်စိများခံယူချက်တွေခိုင်မာနေမှရက်တီဗီရဆက်ချီတက်ဖို့လိုအပ်နေတာတက်တီတာရွာချေရကွက်ထဲမှာကြာနေတာမေးထားမလုံးကောင်းတဲ့လာတာငါနေထားနေကွာနားနေတဲ့ပွဲထဲမှာနားနေရမယ့်အစားရန်ကုန်သားတွေမင်းကိုဝိုင်းနောက်ဝေက share မှာ my middle finger in the air မင်းကိုဂျင်းမီလို့ရက်ကွက်ထဲမှာကျင်းနေတဲ့ငါအတွက်ကန်ရွတ်နေရတာပြင်းပြပဲငယ်ငယ်တုန်းက body ရိုက်ခဲ့မှုလားမင်းပြတဲ့စမ်းကြောင်းမှာပွေးခဲ့တာ2015တောင်းနေညဝိုင်းပတ်သွားတဲ့ဖက်ချမ်းများဘက်ချစ်တွေပြင်းနေတဲ့ထွက်တဲ့ရရုပ်ရှင်ကားတွေကလက်စမ်းနာ friend me enemy we fuck them up let them body ချိုးဒီခံမရဒီနေ့ပြန်တန်းသွားလို့ဆိုကောင်းနေတဲ့တဲ့စီနဲ့လမ်းမပေါ်မှတ်တမ်းများ Come on you let's get hip hop လောကကြီးထဲမှာမျက်စိပွင့်နားဆွင့်ကြည့်လိုက်မှသိတာနှစ်နှစ်ရှက်တီချင်းနဲ့ everything ကဘလို့မကွက်တိမဖြစ်မင်းတို့ရှက်ရှိတဲ့ဆက်ပြီးချစ်တဲ့ကာချာကိုတွေးပိုင်လို့ထားမယ်လုံးနဲ့ဆေးရိုက်လို့ထားတဲ့လူတလေးရိုက်ကိုနားလဲခင်ဗျားတို့ scale မိုင်းလို့လာလို့မင်းကလေးတိုက်ကိုတမ်းမယ်ငါတို့ဘာကောင်းတွေလဲကြိုက်တဲ့ rapper မေးလိုက်လို့ရတယ်ရှင်းလာရမရှင်းလဲလီးပဲဒီလမ်းမတွေထက်မှာမင်းမြင်ခဲ့သိခဲ့တဲ့ចောင်းရတွေကြားထဲမှာနေဝင်တဲ့တိခုကပတ်သက်နေများကြီးစီလွှင့်စင်တဲ့အထိအေးငါတို့ရက်တွေပြင်းပြင်းကြီးတော့ဆင်းမင်းတို့ခေးကြတဲ့ကြီးပေါ်ဖြစ်နမလွယ်လွယ်ကြီးတော့ခင်မှာချီတော့တဲ့စီမျိုးရတာကြိုက်ရင်လည်းပြီးရောဖြစ်အဲ့ဒါကမင်းတို့ရတဲ့မိုင်းမင်းတို့မျိုးသက်တွေကြားမှာမင်းတို့ကြောင့်လည်းခင်ကြတော့မှာဆောက်တဲ့နေတဲ့ခင်နေထားတဲ့ငလေးပပခက်ခဲမှာပဲနေရက်တွေကိုရှင်းနေရတာဒါပေမဲ့ဘူးမှလည်းမြင်မရမလားမင်းတို့စောက်ချင်းတဲ့ရက်တွေဘယ်ပြားစီမှာတော့ပြီးဝင်ခံမရတာကိုလက်ခံလိုက်လက်မခံရင်မင်းတို့တော့ဖိခံကြကွာအလုံးတီးတဲ့ရက်ကွက်ထဲကတိုင်းအဆက်ရှိကမင်းလက်ထဲကမိုင်းနဲ့နောက်ဆုံးမင်းသုံးခဲ့တဲ့ rhyme ပိုင်ဆိုင်ထားတဲ့ live နဲ့ပြောနေတာတွေကိုင်းမကိုင်းတေးကြပြီလားမေးကြည့်အောင်မြင်မှုကတည်းကနီးမလို့နဲ့ဝေးကြည့်ရုပ်တရက်တော့ဟုတ်မလို့နဲ့နားနီးမှာသူတွေကိုတင်ပြင်းမယ်ဆိုမှသွေးမရှိအဲ့တော့သွေးကြည့်အရေးကြီးတာကတတ်လုံးဒီအကောင်တွေလက်လုံးတွေကတမ်းမယုံချားနေတဲ့ပြက်လုံးနဲ့ဇလန်းဆုံးမိုက်တဲ့ထေဆက်လုံးမင်းရှာနေတဲ့ဆင်းအောက်ကလက်ခုံးအရန်ကုန်ဘောင်းမလက်ကားမြပြစ်ထင်ထားတဲ့ဘောမဖြစ်စေရအလဟတာမချင်းလို့ဘချင်းရှိမှာဘာမှမထား bang bang နဲ့ချင်းလက်စီပြီးတက်တဲ့ကိုလိုက်သွားဖန်သူသားတွေအဲ့မှာစားတဲ့ကောင်စားလက်ထဲမှာချိုးတန်းလာတဲ့ channel ကမဟောက်ရဘာနာနေထောင်းလာလက်ကလေးထောင်းပြတတိတော့ထဆွဲတုံးလိုက်ကြမပေါကောင်းမှာငါနေထိုင်ချက်စားကြီးမဟောင်းလဲရန်သူရောမိတ်ဆွေရော24/7 open big boy don't like all like တော့မဘောဝိုက်ကိုချင်စင်ဒီရဲ့ blow တဲ့မှာခုတ်လိုက် microphone shit ရောက်လာတဲ့နောက်တစ်ဖန်ဒီအားလုံးကိုတောက်ချမကြောက်ကြဒီပြကြီးတဲ့မှာ rap for the top part ကြောင်းဆန်မှန်တိုင်းထောက်တဲ့တော့နေတာတော့ကြောက်မှကောင်းခံနောက်မှာပဲကြောက်ပြန် legendary တွေမောက်မှာတဲ့ south တဲ့ထောက်ပြန်ချာမိတိုင်းမှာကြောက်ပါရတောင်းမှန်သွားတဲ့အဲ့လိုကောင်းတဲ့ old နောက်ကချင်းမပြီးတော့တောင်းကနေ sound ပြန်ထုတ်တိုင်းမတော့တော့နောင်ကြုံနောင်ကြတဲ့က no soဟုတ်ပြမကြောက်တဲ့ကောင်းတဲ့ကြီးတဲ့ခုံးလေးတော့တော့ဝင်းလို့ wow တဲ့သူကကြီးရဲ့လက်ရှိ music ကြီးလမ်းပေါ်ပူတင်ရှိဖန်တီးစင်ကြီးလူတင်ကြီးပေါ်တဲ့ bullshit ထားရလို့ပြတဲ့ sound ပေါ်တဲ့ကြီးယူချင်ပြီး
Same lane. You already get away from the charge. You might get flanked. Breaks back into that trap. And these guys do a ton of damage, a lot of slow. If you're too far in the lane, Falcons can punish easily if they play these two in the same lane.
So now the question is, what does Ru want to play, right? So whenever you see a Tusk, you think something is going to be waiting for people to leave the snowball, like the Dark Willow. He also plays a lion, so that wouldn't be half bad considering that there's a Quap on the other side. So I would like one of those two if he wants to go that route.
Usually, you see a Tusk, you got a Willow or a Crystal Maiden, but you don't want to play CM with Vayne. Willow would make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
And there we go. That's your direct answer to the snowball. And also, if the Tusk is already snowballing in, Bramble Maze to protect. That also hurts the Bat Rider. That also hurts the Queen of Pain. Like, this is a really good Dark Willow in terms of control.
For sure. Yeah, now it's probably going to be Collapse's hero that comes out. And that one is usually very hard to guess. Though, considering that he has had such
တူတူကြီးကသင်ပြာကြီးနဲ့
where LC was considered a hero, and though I did see it in a couple of high-ranking pubs lately, but still very rarely. But Abaddon is just amazing. Great versus the Bane, great versus the Dark Willow, solid versus the Dawnbreaker in lane if you are gonna be playing it there. And Skitter does like to play heroes like this, so I definitely don't mind. Plus, if he's laning with the Tusk and you have the Curse of Avernus extra attack speed, it really does help with the attack team in the laning stage in particular, doing a decent amount of damage.
Yeah, it does, and it does help with their push, right? If they're able to win a fight versus Team Spirit and the Abba's around, that should mean an objective should fall. But how early does this Abba get to be active? If this is a carry, probably not that much. If it is from the offlane position, I mean, you got Quap and Batrider in there, so hard to say. But if they want to do that, then this Abba could help with the early push. Though he's going to be a very high target to focus for Team Spirit. Though it doesn't feel great to have a Bane when Abba's just going to purge off the Fiend's Grip. It's not really your target to go for. But
Can
pushing...
Can they force ATF to play the Abaddon though, right?
I guess you could. I guess you could, but it's really down to, like, where do they want to put the bat? Is that a core? Is that a support? Is it going to be an offlane Quap and Skitter plays the Abba? And we've seen a lot of offlane Quap these last few days. Even despite the nerfs the heroes had, it's still quite viable to consider in a game like this. You see Willow, Bane, you probably need a BKB quite early too, or at least some way of dispelling the crowd control on you. I'm just talking mostly about the Stark Willow here. So if you want to play Quap through the mid lane, you're playing versus Storm, I think you're okay with that. If you're playing it from the offlane position, what's the matchup? Because Spirit still has last pick, so Quap still does fairly well in the lane, but I don't want to see a Quap carry, which I've been seeing in pubs lately, and I just don't like that.
I think this is going to be a mid lane Quap, and one hero that's kind of striking me now for Falcons, for Amar, is a Doom, right? Because there's a Dawnbreaker in the pool. Early Dawnbreaker rotations are completely countered by the Doom, because what you want to do is you want to wait, you want to bait, and then with the Starbreaker with the Solar Guardian you're gonna be coming in. But when there is a Doom available, your heals don't do anything, so that turnaround potential is not that great. So then the only thing that is left for you is to be aggressive with the Dawnbreaker, and then you take away that that double potential usage of the ulti to just being one-dimensional in the aggressiveness. So I actually wouldn't mind a Doom here for Falcons, and Amar does play it. It's his type of hero.
It is his type of hero. Got rid of the Weaver. What do you think about the Weaver ban here? Is there something to it? Well, there's the mag I was talking earlier about, or a mag AoE-like hero, but why did they ban the Weaver, though?
That is a hard one to guess.
To pick. Team Spirit's turn to pick. Red Rider!
เอามาทีอ่ะ
Team Spirit's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Spirit's turn to pick. Falcons turn to pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Falcons turn to pick. Queen of Pain. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Spirit's turn to pick.
Dusk. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Seeing how Morel can utilize this. He should know this matchup well. He plays Storm quite a lot in pubs and competitive as well.
I might actually be the one to get the kill off of the
Team
Koshka because they
Spirits
thought they got the ABBA. But that aphotic shield, rightly used there by Skitter to go in aggressive, get that shield to pop, and Koshka falls, and Collapse getting pushed back. This pause 5 bat can be an issue. And of course, when you have Flame Break as your first spell, that does always get that saving tool for Skitter if required. So they have a save, they have repositioning, and if they hit that level 2 first, which they almost did, Skitter did just pick up his. It was still a fair level 1 fight between the two.
I'm actually surprised that they were able to win it so convincingly. Usually the Bane should be able to do okay in that lane.
Crit also taking huge hits. Yatoro
One
going
more.
in deep and finds the kill. Finishes off the Tusk.
It looked for a second like he was gonna get out of the way. If you get into a high enough range from a melee hero, the attack doesn't count, and Tusk does have this way of slowing down your attack speed, but unfortunately it wasn't good enough. It was very, very close to Face's Void not getting that hit off, actually.
Got a high new combo as well when it comes to Dark Willow and Void. In general, Void doesn't do like a lot of damage in the laning stage. But combined with the Dark Willow, if you get a root in and you get a follow-up time lock bash, things start to look pretty good. Yatoro really holding on to that time walk and gets hit by the snowball in the end. So Amar and Crit will find a kill off of the Faces Void. Yatoro a little bit too long there in front of the enemy tier 1 tower. Distance too long for root to help him.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the Face's Void doesn't do a lot of damage to the in the lane, but how do you compensate for that is you trade and then you time walk. You trade and you time walk. The thing is that early on, time walk is very high cooldown, so it's not the easiest thing to do, and there Yatoro is trying to maximize his presence in the lane. In the end, he ends up paying the price.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pro tip, right? If you're playing Void or hero like Weaver, that level 1 Shikuchi or level 1 time walk, it's got a long cooldown, so you really, really got to look your openings when you're going to be using it. Because if you're only using it for, you take a couple hits in and then you pop it, you're vulnerable. And that is a very long time to wait. 21-second cooldown.
Malrine is coming out ahead heavily here in the in the mid lane. I know the Team Spirit are used to not having a strong laning stage, especially in the mid lane, because Laurel, I feel like laning is his weakest point of the game. But still, this is getting a little bit too out of hand. This is before the support rotations are gonna be coming, and imagine what's gonna happen when the Tusk joins in on the fight around the mid lane if the Storm Spirit doesn't have his level 6.
Yeah, we did discuss that mid matchup earlier on with rank 198 Morel coming in from Yellow Submarine, Team Spirit's academy team, as Laurel, due to health issues, is out for the tournament, and or at least for the time being. We don't know if Laurel's going to be making an appearance or if he's just loading up and saving his energy for TI. Could also be a thing. Give Morel an opportunity to get some experience. Maybe get a couple of wins on the board as well for Team Spirit. I mean, the team is more than capable of doing that, so excited to see how he does. We, in the last universe, or actually, it was actually in the play-in stage where we had Serenata for Virtus Pro, another newer mid laner coming into the pro scene. They punched the ticket to the main event. We're going to be seeing VP in Group B. Be excited to see if these two mid laners match up against each other. Snaking in trouble with Collapse getting the burn, and that shield from Skitter doesn't really do too much to help him. 150 damage barrier, but Dawnbreaker and Bane, these are generally two great duelers. You put them together and they do a ton of damage.
I'm actually surprised that Team Spirit allowed themselves to get a little bit pushed back in that lane at the start, because you know that once you get a couple of levels on the Bane and the Dawnbreaker, that's why they swapped their supports in terms of laning. They knew that you are going to be so much stronger in that lane, and I mean, we are seeing it right now. They can't do anything to them.
And also, the situation has stabilized in bottom for Yatoro with that Dark Willow, because, you know, the one kill that Yatoro gave away was because their distance was too long. But man, are we deep? We're 5 minutes in. We're diving a tier 2 pretty much here. Maposhka's coming in to help out Morel as Crit snaking Malrine, hungry for a kill. Quap doesn't even have level 6 yet, and that tier 2 tower, that hurts a lot. And will deal quite a lot of damage onto both Snaking and onto Malrine, but they're trying to look for a turn again on Naposhka. Ruse coming in to help out, gets the Bramble Mace, connects onto the Bat Rider, and with the grenade, they're going to go for the kill, and they'll get the bat. So Team Spirit saving their hero, but it also leaves Skitter alone in the top lane. Abba,
it's a 1 versus 1.
Falling Collapse, almost getting the kill off of the Abba.
Yeah, lucky for him that he did get the phase boots cooldown back, or it would have been really bad. And Poshka even stealing the rune. We talked about rotations in the mid lane, but the Team Spirit support's looking hotter right now.
Yeah, they're finding the hero that has the regeneration on him, so it will take a bit of extra effort for this kill as Crit,
Storm is coming.
Support to fall.
Deny?
Deny.
And there's the deny. Morel from the low ground gets Miposhka out, so 2 for nothing. Favoring Team Spirit.
Yeah,
Collapse has been beating Skitter 3.
That early laning stage started so well for Falcons, but now it's going to be turning around a little bit. The Storm is going to be approaching his level 6. He has survived that first move towards his life. They also dewarded the ward, and now they're even going for ATF.
See what they can get done here. Mag, Skewer already used, and Yatoro jumps straight back to farming. Mag still has more CS than the Faces Void does.
He's
and is currently our top 1 in net worth. As you said, that level 6 is up, holding on to a value point for RP if needed. He's been so maxing out the Empower with the eternal empowerment.
Look at it, man. He has 2 bracers and the power treads. He is incredibly powerful on Amar. I mean, the Faces Void had to go for more points in the time walk, so naturally your trading with the Magnus is just not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah. So good things in general here for Falcons coming out of the laning stage. Morel is 400 gold behind the Queen of Pain. At least he got a piece of that fighting earlier on with an assist and survived that gank. Meanwhile, bottom, Amar being focused here as he's got no skewer, no way out. He'll drop the RP, tries to walk away. He's all of their spells on Team Spirit, so all they needed was a right click. So Yatoro goes in with the time walk, finishes off the mag. Crit was trying to help him out with the shard block. Those shards ain't no obstacle for this Void.
That is such a huge kill, and He's got the helm of the Dom on the Faces Void. Okay.
Poshka got the sleep on the Queen of Pain.
เขาชอบเปิดอ่ะ
The Dawnbreaker as well to connect, but the blink comes out. However, the hammer is too much for him to deal with. Snowball, sharp block, collapses a very tanky boy as well. He's got 12 armor, so that tier 2 tower doesn't seem to hurt at all. It's Team Spirit, 9-2, 2k ahead in net worth. Falcons on the receiving end of this laning stage.
How do they always have their number? It's just beautiful how Team Spirit are playing. And you can see Yatoro, he went for this Helm of the Dominator. So it's definitely going to help him not only farm, but also take down these towers. Because if you look at Team Spirit, they kind of suck at taking down towers. They're good at shoving out the waves, so naturally that's going to give you some towers, but you want to open up at least the tier 1s so that Bane, Willow, and the Storm can go on to those hunting missions.
And actually, something that strikes my eye here, Faces Void has gone Dominator first item. Took himself a Ghost. Actually had just running around the jungle with a Dominator. What do you think about this build?
He got the he had the Satyr earlier. I think he just wants to always switch it up, right? You get the extra gold when you're switching it up. It doesn't matter which creep he's gonna be getting. It's more about the push, right? Opening up the tier 1s. That is what he wants, because we talked about it every single time he has the chrono. He wants to go for a kill, but until of course he gets at least the power treads, that's not gonna be happening. But for now, they want to pressure the towers.
Yeah, especially you did literally just talk about like the pushing side of Team Spirit with this lineup. It is kind of lacking. With that Dominator, you get some extra for it. Meanwhile, Tusk is in trouble under his own tower. Pressured by the Willow. Brew is sticking quite far though, looking to terrorize to push away the Magnus. He was looking to kill Crit. The Magnus intervening. To back away.
This is these kind of moves are the classic thing that separates tier 1 from tier 2 teams. In these circumstances, a tier 2 team would be like, okay, we just farm. But the tier 1 team, they always try to force something out of their opponents. He knew he was not getting that Tusk kill, no way, but he wanted reactions, he wanted information, and he got it from the Magnus. No TPs were used. Falcons, they stayed firm. They knew that they're not going to be losing a hero, but at least Rue got some info or where the Magnus is and what he's up to.
Fighting in bottom again. Crit will be taken down by Yatoro and the Ghost. Rue helping out with the roots. The thing is,
look at Mishposhka hunting top. He's sending his courier to try and find somebody in the trees.
That was stalking in the tree line, hoping for Mishposhka to go for an eager dive. He's almost level 6. He'd love to get that Fiend's Grip. But the thing is, Spirit has to be the better late game team out of these two, and they're already coming out with shining colors from this laning stage exit. Falcons is gonna have to find some answers. The aggression is mounting. Skitter is slept while that borrow time goes off, and he's in trouble, but so is Collapse. Snowball coming in by Crit. They have isolated the Dawnbreaker. So for Falcons, that will be their third. And you really gotta find ways to punish if you are Falcons, because when it comes to late game scaling as well, Team Spirit definitely has it on their side. No matter if that is a Magnus, with RP in the late game, one of the scariest abilities to have.
I'm surprised that they didn't want to bring Yatoro up there when they were going for that kind of a move. I feel like it would have changed so much, and then with the Dom, you could actually push a tower. But now he's finally got a pushing creep.
Interesting, we've been talking about the International as well, coming up in 2 weeks. Malrine has considered Team Spirit or Parivision to be the main favorites at TI. And honestly, the big topic this year is Batrider's getting pummeled in the top lane by Collapse. The big topic for TI, it has to be, is Team Spirit gonna become the all-time goated Dota team, surpassing OG's legacy of 2 TI wins. Team Spirit already 2 TI wins, double EWC wins, and you only look at OG only having more major victories when majors were still a thing in the Dota scene. If you got a third TI, you're easily going to be the top team of Dota.
Oh, that is a beautiful solo kill. There's no creeps around. You're most definitely going to be able to get a kill. He's only going to die. Okay, that's some nice delta split from these two.
That will be Rue going down for the first time. This Willow has definitely been a thorn on this Tusk. No pun intended. Does get the kill, but also gives one away. Goes for snaking. Now that gives everyone in the team of Falcons has a kill. One for Snaking Skitter, Malrine, Amar, just crit. Crit 0-6 on this Tusk. It's been a really rough game for him. So still level 5.
The lane swap of sending the Dark Willow towards him was a problem. You're laning versus a Dark Willow and the Faceless Void. You are basically useless as a Tusk. You get a good shards off, use the tag team, go for a Dark Willow. Uses the Shadow Realm. Try to go for the Faceless Void. He just time walks away. It is a disaster for him.
If you want to use those big abilities, then there's still that Solar Guardian from the Dawnbreaker. So Spirit, it feels like they have it basically marked up in their book. They know every move that they're going to make. They have an answer for. That usually talks about a very well-balanced draft.
They're going towards the bottom lane for the second Wisdom Shrine, and they've got their Dawnbreaker ulti. So plus Amar is completely on his own. This is not something that you necessarily expect.
He's got the Watcher, but Morel and Miposhka coming in. He has to give away the XP, and that going for the Storm Spirit. Combined with Miposhka getting some of that XP for himself, having less than Rue.
These are the best types of smokes, right? Even when they fail, they haven't failed, if that makes sense, right? You're going for a smoke towards an objective.
Idiot proof.
Even if exactly. Even if the enemy escapes, you have gotten something out of it. They smoked under They just smoked under a ward and they know that the man has got a blink dagger. This is just a disaster for Falcons. I'd be very surprised if they get anything.
Well, nobody's deep in, and also the Dire Scan connects onto Rue. So they probably suspect by now that we can spot it. And Rue will pop those smokes. There is the blink in by the mag. Doesn't get in range for the skewer. Rue's just toying with them now. And they're pinging mid here, so Miposhka walks down into the low ground. He's got that range creep giving vision, but it's literally nighttime. Good time to go for a gank. And Malrine's gonna pop the shield. That's gonna give them some extra effort. Pops the blade mail too. Vitoro to work. Just a bit of poke. Burn that shield rune. That's about it. So dodge the gank. That ward placed down by Miposhka a couple of minutes ago.
If he didn't have the shield rune, they would have committed for the kill. But fortunate for Malrine. Any other rune and he would have died. That's pretty much how it goes. Snaking is going to be dewarding that ward. Now you're very mad because of that one. But Faceless Void rotation, still no usage of the Chrono. And, well, still no mid lane tower takedown. But overall, it seems that Yatoro is using this Helm of the Dawn more like a Midas than anything else. He hasn't really committed much to the push.
Miposhka, use the Nightmare in a melee because Snaking's coming in. He's feed script though with the Dawnbreaker coming in and collapse. And onto crit they go as well. Rue picks up the double. If you can get away with a failed Nightmare and a creep, and still get 2 kills.
No. That was not a failed Nightmare. That was like, yo, look, I'm dumb. And Falcons looking at the creep thinking, oh, look, he's dumb. Let's kill him. He doesn't know what he's doing. But the thing is, you're dealing with a captain of one of the best teams ever, if not the best team ever. And he doesn't do anything by mistake. That was such a weird play. And I think Falcons just got caught off guard because of that.
I was wondering, maybe there was something bigger to it that I just can't explain right now why he's nightmaring the creep, just to try to prove the fact that you're saying that was not a dumb play, but unfortunately not a dumb guy, Harry. Like you said. You know, a lot of smart guys playing in Fission tournaments before as Crit is getting pushed back. Tower. Death number 8 for Crit. He just does not have it going with this Tusk. Pudge is also hooking you to the Fissure social media. !F into chat. Access that link. You've got a bunch of Fissure social medias to follow. Miposhka, no grip. So he'll just do a bit of poke on Malrine. Storm coming in. Illusion rune to disjoint a possible electric vortex coming in. Not really a kill.
Items are just coming out for Spirit. The one thing that Falcons do have going for themselves though is this repositioning and their mid lane tower still going strong, and I think that is the place where you have to try and take the game back. But before that, that mid lane ward that Spirit have placed behind their tier 1, it has to die. It just has to die. It was placed now. If that persists, you're in trouble.
Well, Team Spirit didn't see Falcons coming in, but they still had the chance to at least reply to this. Amar doesn't find an angle for an RP.
Grip ready.
And he's gonna get stunned in the backline. He needs backup, but Falcons can't get anywhere near to help Magnus. Yatoro comes in with that time dilation to make sure there's no escape from this. Skitter, Marine have to back away. Still gonna get the catch on this Queen of Pain. Another shield by Skitter, but he did it too early. He's gonna get caught by the Fiend script because of it. And that's also gonna lead to Skitter dying. He wanted to release his friend from that nightmare. And instead gets gripped. But they got the lasso on Collapse. This could be a kill. But is it really? Because they're just trading back and forth. Falcons are taking so much damage. Finally killed the Dawn, but they'll lose everybody on the side of Falcons. We'll get away with it. 20-5 the scoreline.
They just have their numbers recently. It's insane how much they're outplaying Team Falcons. So Falcons, they were desperately trying to force a fight, but the thing is, because the early game went so badly that you already have an Aghanim Scepter and a Shard on the Dawnbreaker, joins in on the fight, and there's nothing you can do. It completely separates the Magnus from everybody else. So in my mind, Falcons, until they get this blink on the bat, the game is just way too hard for them, because it has to be the Magnus initiating and the Magnus being your main team fight. You need somebody else to initiate. And also, the Sephotic Shield here that you mentioned, he was slept, and the Cursed Crown was going on him. So the Abaddon had to remove it. There was not a way around it. And one thing that they were hoping for is that the blink from the Queen of Pain, that the animation is going to be fast enough, faster than the fingers of the He was just waiting there with his Czar, waiting to press it just as the Aphotic Shield comes out. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I love how they set up that dilemma, right? You've got Nightmare to purge, but you also got a stun on your head. There's no way to get out of that Fiend script. Just one spell and 2 targets.
What difference 7
gives Team Spirit a 7,000 gold lead now in 20 minutes. All their 3 cores are ahead of Falcons, including Morel, who was sitting at 2,200 net worth in the first 6-7 minutes of the game. He was absolutely struggling versus Marine on the Quap. But they didn't really cause that much of a dent, because the ganks the Falcons have been trying to do, they've backfired from that tier 2 dive at 5 minutes to,
speaking of ganks,
smoking under wards, and now they're coming, but there's nobody here. They have already escaped, and Team Spirit's drawing circles that we're going to be paying attention to this bottom area now. But this smoke, Rue is going to walk into them. Under vision too. Get lassoed. This is the only kill that they can pick up. That is a 4-kill streak, so Snaking again cleans up a streak off of Rue.
I actually think he knew that they were gonna kill him, or he knew that they were there, and he thought that maybe he can get away like he did in the triangle. But you just want to break that smoke as fast as possible, so that the rest of your team has the info where the opponents are. And now they're coming to defend the Wisdom Shrine.
Yeah, they're actually gonna get it for Team Spirit. Grit is gonna fight to the death. To no avail. Skitter picks up the other on the other side of the map. That was almost double wisdoms for Falcons. That could have been really good, but Team Spirit did want to fight that 21-minute experience.
Yeah, they even take down Division. Spirit know exactly how Falcons are moving and what they're doing, and if you look at Spirit wards, it is just great preparation to what's going to be coming. I mean, Boschka is so good, man.
Oh, look at that. Lar caught in the grip, and collapse as well. They'll follow up, and now Marine is also in the line of fire with no blink out. Collapse will get the double. Morel will poke Skitter away. Team Spirit sees a TP coming in with that ward, and that's going to be an instant TP cancelled by Crit. That Tusk is not coming in, so Team Spirit will find their second tier 1 tower. It is at 22 minutes, with them 24 kills and 11k ahead, but we talked about the issues this lineup has with pushing. They're in no rush to take these T1s, so might look like a surprise to some. We're not surprised at all that only now does the second tier 1 tower fall, despite this gigantic.
The supports of Team Spirit are outplaying Falcons so much with the vision. It's insane, right? Because you went for the Quap, you found her, you think that she's alone, but no, because you have vision behind the tower, you know that the Magnus is in the vicinity. You move away from your Storm Spirit, Amar cannot get both of you in the RP, he cancels it, and then you can Fiend's Grip him while your teammates are coming to assist you. It is insane how well they're doing it.
Got the Shadow Realm off despite the lasso, but it looks like the Willow's still gonna die here.
Help is coming.
Even if he dies, the help is on its way, and Crit is in a position to pop smokes, and Miposhka maybe caught a glimpse of a Crit. Yatoro's gonna walk in on the Tusk. Walrus Punch comes out instantly. Looking to nuke him down. Skitter's on the chase with that Radiance Yasha. A lot of movement speed and a lot of damage on Skitter. Still has his ulti, but Morale is also dealing a hefty punch.
Anh mà ngắt đi nè.
The Corona catches everyone. Yatoro caught the entire
The
team
curse crown as
inside it,
well.
and Tusk can't do
Anh nào
anything to help out.
Lúc music nó
Falcons
sẽ
to
có
lose
bị
four.
cô này.
Yatoro dives
Yêu
in
à, làm
on
gì?
the action. RP
Mày
never goes
tất
off
cả đầu
the
vui
mag.
vào.
And that is rightfully given. The tips for Yatoro on that play, Miposhka
Cái
giving
này
a
đủ
bit of
đủ
a
luôn. Nó có cả
friendly tip
tóm
to
rồi.
Amar.
That was a bad positioning for Spirit, and you could see that at one point you're like, okay, this is bad. That's
Yeah,
just
well,
the snowball. We didn't kill him. Let's move back onto the high ground.
Only
And
at all.
Falcons, they feel that this is the moment that they have to go for a fight. But the thing is, because the Faceless Void moved away, you skewered somebody in. Now you're all getting together to focus onto a target. And at that point, it is just Yatoro coming in. He finds an opportunity. I really want to see this replay,
Look
right?
at this.
Oh, we didn't see the part where he's starting to move away, but after that, Sora is just a 4-man Chrono.
And then
That's
that
what
RP was almost complete. If that went through, Yatoro would have jumped into an instant stun. That could have been Falcon's opportunity to try and punish that Faceless Void. But instead, Chrono comes out first. RP never goes through. Falcons lose pretty much everybody in there.
This is what we were talking about, the communication inside of a team fight for Team Spirit is just stupidly good. It's not fair to the other teams. They're in a bad position and they move away and make a perfect one.
They caught this move with the scan. They're going to go from the Miposhka with the lasso. That's all the Falcons can find. See, Amar has also itemized for something that I love to build in pubs, like on a hero. Like, I usually talk a lot about Enigma Aether Lens. Him going Aether Lens and Shards, so he has a lot of cast range on his Blink, on his Skewer duration. I really like this build as an idea of being that old school kind of like Blink stunner, right? Where you just blink an RP and try to find somebody.
You know
that
what's
Aether Lens
the
definitely
idea?
helps you out with that.
You know what's the idea here? It's we have to reposition them because we are losing the game so freaking much. So we have to do some shenanigans. I think naturally he wouldn't have gone for this one if the game was going
exactly
okay for it.
Yeah, he definitely would have not gone for this build. But it feels like it's their only way out.
Yep. Arise has been streaming quite a lot recently, and you know, every single time you go into the stream it says Arise, a previous like former pro player, Magnus player, and he usually goes for builds like this with the Blink, Force Staff, Shard, Aether Lens. That is what he likes to build, and it's actually quite fun to look at those streams. He does win quite a lot. He's a big Magnus expert, but it's not an ideal build in a competitive game.
And Magnus is in trouble now. Brit is looking for the Blink snowball play, but we'll have to pop it now to dodge that Dawnbreaker ulti. Miposhka is still holding onto the Fiend script. He sees Skitter coming in, and Skitter's going to target the Bane. That was a good shard block, actually helping out Miposhka. There's the Sonic Wave, and now they've got Marine caught Skitter. One more second for the Aphotic Shield. Morel jumps in, prevents him from getting it off. Really important play there from the Storm Spirit to get the Vortex on Skitter, so he can't save his ally. And that's another 4 kills for Team Spirit, and this is an absolute bloodbath. They've got more kills than minutes in this game.
Yeah, Yatoro got a kill onto the Batrider on the top lane. So the reason why Falcons were going for that move and they were running in like madmen, they were thinking, oh, they don't have a Faceless Void. Crit is on the top lane saying, I'm gonna cancel his TP. Go, 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 you can do it. But they just don't understand that Team Spirit are just that many times stronger than them at this point. And unless it is a lasso pull behind the tower or a skewer pull behind the tower, you are not winning a fight. And also because of that lasso on the Faceless Void, and Crit did use the blink to get close to him, he just forfeited his life to Chrono.
Pretty much. I mean, you got Mjolnir on the Faceless Void. That's the only item he needs really to deal damage. The rest comes from his levels. Picking up that 20 talent already, 100 attack speed during Chrono with Mjolnir. Oh boy.
Yeah, remember during the draft when we were saying, if you get to a point where a Faceless Void isn't killing people in a Chrono, then your lineup can really play versus this. Well, they've gotten to a point where the Faceless Void can kill anybody inside of Chrono, apart from an Abaddon, but that's just the nature of the hero.
And to be honest, this game has been pretty unplayable for Falcons, and they have too many issues to address. But here comes the RP onto Morel. They're going to push him even closer with the skew over here. Comes the Dawnbreaker as well. Collapse going to come in for the save. Huge damage coming in from the Starbreaker, and Skitter is just at the point where, well, we cannot win this game in any fashion. So GG is called 28 minutes in. Mid-team fight. Falcons, they've seen enough of this. Team Spirit. They run over.
Oh boy, you know, after EWC